Hello everybody and welcome to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix here. The 13th round of the 2020 Formula 1 season brings us back to Imola for the first time since 2006. We move away from Portugal and back to Italy for the third time this year. The Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, we're back in Imola for the first time in 14 years. This weekend we are in Imola for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 2 weeks' time it's the Turkish Grand Prix before a double header in Bahrain, and the season rounds out on December the 13th in Abu Dhabi. Lewis Hamilton leads the championship by 77 points to Valtteri Bottas. The midfield table though is where it is at. McLaren versus Renault versus the Alfa Therese as well. It's getting strong at the end of the page. Carlos Sainz finally jumps up onto the top page. Page 2, no change there at the bottom though. Still no points for Latifi or Russell. Magnussen and Raikkonen staying where they are. The only mover up there was Sebastian Vettel, scoring 1 point last time out. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes leads the way by quite a margin to Red Bull, and McLaren, Racing Point and Renault still in the battle for the third spot. It's heating up here in Emilia-Romagna. A fantastic track. Let's waste no time. Let's get straight to Project Cars and have a look around this fantastic circuit in Lap Attack. Start the lap then here at Imola. Down to turn 1, the Tamburello chicane, tight on the entrance as well and on the exit. Changed of course back from 1994, this entire section leads down towards the Villeneuve chicane. A possible overtaking opportunity. Of course, it's all Christian Alba's role here the last time he raced in 2006 when he was hit by Yuki Ide. Now down to the Tosa corner, a slow second gear corner as you rise up the hill before the Ravaxas. Take the curb on the inside, get the power on mid-exit and then rise up. Ravaxas 1 and 2. The Acapulco Arena corners as well. This place is absolutely awesome as you fly past, keeping the throttle on mid-corner as you drop down towards the Acapulco 1 and 2 part of the track before coming up to the chicane at the top of the hill, which is absolutely terrifying in real life. You climb up the hill controlling the oversteer and then you have to aim your car towards the inside of the track. It is terrifying, believe me. Bounce over the curves normally. Track limits will be a warning here as well if anybody goes too wide over the green rumble strip. Drop down the hill now into what is the heaviest braking spot on the track as you are continually trying not to lock up your tyres and go straight onto the gravel trap, as we've seen so many cars do. Now the last corner's changed here. This is it. And as we approach the line, the new pit building on the left, building the early 2000s as well, just after F1 left. No chicane now, full throttle as you come onto the start straight now and across the line at the gantry. That is a lap of Imola. So let's take a look at the qualifying report as we always do and start off with qualifying number 1. Bottas leads all the way. Russell gets through to qualifying 2. Valtteri Bottas found himself topping the Q1 session just after being in the drop zone for the majority of the first 18 minutes of qualifying. He made no mistake this time though after he ran off the track at the last corner, kicking out some stones and having his first lap time deleted as well. It really was not a great time for him. But going forward is a good time on the board for Alexander Albon. He was under pressure but comfortably got through to Q2, as well as George Russell. It was not a bad time overall. Renault left it late with both cars doing the lap, particularly from Daniel Ricciardo, but it was a smooth run all the way through as well. The only drivers eliminated back, Tension Lance Stroll, racing driver on the bubble going through. Promoted Kimi Raikkonen's lap time got deleted by the stewards as well. He starts 18th on the grid. However, it was a bad run for Romain Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, Kimi Raikkonen, Nicholas Latifi and Antonio Giovinazzi all getting eliminated. Pretty much who we suspected would be got there first in Q1. On to qualifying 2. Gasly shows stunning pace. Absolutely fantastic time as he went up into 3rd position within the same 10th of the two Mercedes. That was an absolutely spectacular time. High drama though, Verstappen frantic on the radio in Q2 saying, I've got no power, I've got no brakes. Drama, he had to come into the pit lane to get new setup as well. Just minutes to go, he got back onto the track, got into Q3, the same as his teammate. Mercedes managed to get through on the mediums. Bottas led Hamilton 1-2 again, so they start on the mediums going into the race. Gasly, the start of the session on the soft tyres, as I said, less than a tenth behind. AlphaTauri of Danny Kvyat also progressing for only the second time in 28 Grand Prix. Esteban Ocon out-qualified Ricciardo as well for the 11th consecutive race. But out of the session went Perez, Ocon, Vettel, Russell and Stroll. Vettel starting way down the order, but because he had his lap time deleted. That promotes George Russell up a place. On to qualifying 3 then, and it was a stellar run from Lewis Hamilton on the first run. On the second, it was Valtteri Bottas, an absolute golden opportunity for him to take pole position, and he did. Hamilton set the early pace. Bottas got ahead on the second run. It was very much trick or treat to continue Mercedes dominating here at Imola. Verstappen, easy third. Gasly maintained his pace early on in the top 4. Albon 5th, but still not being out-qualified by Gasly. He's going to have to leave something going forward. Ricciardo, bunch of time on his second run, 8th to 5th. Great run. Leclerc outperforming Vettel again in 7th. Kvyat closer to Gasly, but we'll keep an eye on that going forward. But it is Valtteri Bottas with his 15th career pole. Here's how they line up then for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix here at Imola. Valtteri Bottas on pole position, followed by Lewis Hamilton. Row 2 sees Max Verstappen and Pierre Gasly. The third row, Daniel Ricciardo, Alexander Albon. Row 4, Charles Leclerc and Danny Kvyat. Row 5, Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz. Row 6, Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon. Row 7, George Russell and Sebastian Vettel. Row 8 sees Lance Stroll and Romain Grosjean. Kevin Magnussen, Kimi Raikkonen. Row 9 and the 10th row, Nicholas Latifi alongside Antonio Giovinazzi. We will be back live at 11:45 UK time. Join us. It's going to be fun from us all here. See you soon.